Reddit asks, what's not illegal but should be? Making cancelling subscriptions almost impossibly hard to find. Yes, if I can sign up for your service online, I better be able to cancel online too. Looking at you, Cyrus XM. Aflac would like a word. Wait on hold for 5 hours only to get a message saying it's past their customer service department hours of operation and to try again tomorrow. Politicians being able to trade stocks while making laws that affect the stock market, aka legalized insider trading. I feel like we are all basically talking about the same person here. Yes? Pelosi. But keep in mind they pretty much all do it, just at a smaller scale. Congressmen, who have access to inside knowledge, trading stock. Seems to me there is an extremely easy, extremely fair solution to this entire problem. And I agree, it is a huge problem. Just allow representatives or policy/lawmakers to invest in a very broad index fund, like S&P 500 or even a Russell 5000, so they get the advantage of a good economy and economic growth, but never have any one business or any one industry to favor. Don't allow them to own any investments other than that. There is an issue if you own your own business or your family business. That is a different subject and needs a discussion about that as well. Career politicians should be illegal. I used to be on the fence on term limits when I thought having an experienced congressman would benefit constituents. But when you look at how many congressmen, including senators, have been in their positions 20, 30, 40 years, it's probably because they've amassed a war chest and no one will dare run against them. So now I truly believe term limits are necessary. You have people in their 60s and up retirement ages that are making policies that will affect a future they will never see. Also, funny how employers tend to not hire elderly workers, but hey okay if elderly run the country. Mobile ads that have the fake X button. Or the ones that look like a playable ad, then it's not. Charging convenience fee for online transactions. This angers me deeply. Companies will shamelessly suck you dry for every penny. I had a leasing company charge me $20 to pay my rent online every month, and they only accepted online payments. Commercials being way louder than your TV program. Fake mobile games. I hate when the ad shows this awesome looking, complex game with good graphics, but it's really a simple matching game. Free trials requiring your payment details. Won't buying a $10 gift card, use it, then buying something with it, that way, they can't steal your money? Even better, there are apps that create burner cards that you can delete immediately after signing up for the trial. Noises that imitate sounds like a siren or car horn on radio commercials. Some specific noises are illegal. I think it was the movie Olympus Has Fallen that got fined for using the national emergency alarm in its trailer. Yes, I'm also saying this. Car horn sounds in radio commercials should absolutely be banned. In the US at least. Television advertisements for prescription pharmaceuticals. But then how will pharmaceutical companies make money? Won't someone think of the CEOs? I've never understood the point of those in the first place. Like, when something is wrong with me, I go to the doctor, and then he tells me whatever medicine I need for it and writes me a prescription. What's the point of advertising direct to consumers in an industry where the consumers aren't the ones deciding what products to use? Big Pharma has an insane profit margin, to the extent that influencing the conversation between patients and their doctors. Even if it only influenced 1 to 2% of the viewers, would still net them a sizable return on investment. This, 100% this. As an Aussie, during my first trip to the US, the prescription drug advertising blew me away. After a couple of weeks, I was convinced I had every sickness known to man and should make an appointment with my health professional to discuss if 5X was right for me. You do. You have all of the things and need all of the meds right now. Hurry! Child beauty contests. Why? Why is this even a thing? I see this all the time on Reddit, but I've never known of anyone who puts their kids in them or has ever been in one. What the hell is it? Is it an American thing? They literally don't exist where I am. Amen. Just seems so very wrong. Driving with a dog on your lap. I said it. 100% agree. I love dogs and I love seeing pups riding in the car with their owners, but I hate seeing them in their owners' laps. It's extremely dangerous and could cause an accident that could hurt not just the people involved, but also the dog. Predatory in-game monetization. Companies buying out music festival tickets to sell at a higher price. It's already illegal for sports events, so why not for music events? Too big to fail companies. No private entity should be so powerful that its downfall would reasonably endanger a nation. You've worked for Walmart, haven't you? Closing all the Walmarts wouldn't endanger the country though. Train conductor here. You're goddamn right. If it's that big that it can't fail, it should be nationalized. The whole point of capitalism is that if the company sucks, then it gets replaced by a better company. Using speakerphone on the train. Totally agree. Using speakerphone or FaceTime in any public setting. Nobody wants to hear your conversation. You aren't that cool. Just use your damn headphones. We all know you've got some. Practically lying to patients about procedures. I wanted to get an IUD done and I asked my doctor about the process. She said it's uncomfortable but totally painless. I did some research and found that some people did experience pain during the procedure. So I asked my gyno if I could have pain before the procedure because I have a low pain tolerance and I have never done this before. He of course said no, and told me I wouldn't need them, that I'd be fine. Fast forward to me screaming and crying on the bed while getting it done because it was excruciatingly painful. And on top of that, the supervising doctor, because the gyno working on me was apparently a student, kept telling me to calm down. I can understand that certain procedures may be painless for some people, but I really wish that doctors would make it known that some people may experience pain. It seems a common misconception about doctors, both genders, how much pain any gyno procedure causes, which is really concerning. My dentist will pump me full of sedative till I can't feel my face. My doctor went for an even more intrusive procedure. What the fuck? The misogyny runs deep. I always thought doing something like that would fall under malpractice. Honestly, I don't think I've ever ran into a story about IUD placement not being painful. It's so insanely hard to prove malpractice. This one really pisses me off because most people find IUD insertion to be extremely painful from what I've heard. It's one of the most painful things that has ever happened to me. And they don't usually give you pain relief beyond Tylenol. I was screaming a lot during mine and the doctor kept being, if I stop now we'll have to do it all over again another day. That doctor was terrible, but the whole experience is miserable. Gerrymandering. Multi-level marketing companies, aka MLMs. Blatant and flat out lying on news channels, or using fear-mongering to manipulate. Lootbox mechanics in video games, intended for underage players, is basically gambling. I find it funny the slots and other arcade stuff in the Pokemon games are banned but not loot boxes. Oh yes, the side or minigame that doesn't use any real money and is only in-game to play slots. Bad. Loot boxes that are obtained by microtransactions, good? Schools punishing children for acting in self-defense. If the school punishes your kid for fighting but you can't prove your kid initiated the fight or in any way instigated it, they should have to pay you $1,000. This is done to protect the school from legal or PR troubles. Imagine two similar situations occurring, but the black kid in one of them gets a harsher punishment than the white kid in the other. Justified or not, that school is now making national headlines and people calling for the principal to be fired and sued.